Hello everyone, welcome to MoheganSunPoker.com's coverage of the Weekend Poker Series main event. We pick it up on the final table where we have 3 players left battling for a 2-night stay at Mohegan Sun. Our chip leader at the moment is Lau Arturo with 860k in chips, more than 2 times the Neen 325, leaving Val 2243 with a short stack of 168k. Blinds are 5,000, 10,000 with 1250 antes. Action is to Val, who quickly folds. Lau Arturo coolly calls the big blind, and the Neen raises to 30k. Lau calls, and we'll see the flop. Lau again checks to the raiser, who makes a continuation bet of 30k. Lau check raises to 125k, and wow, there goes Neen back over the top with the all-in push. Archer quickly calls, and we have the showdown. Archer has a pair of 10s, but the Neen has pocket aces and is heavily favored. Here comes the turn, and it's a 9 of spades, and the river is another 9. The Neen doubles up just like that and is our new chip leader. We pick up the action about a minute later, with the Neen having a commanding lead in chips with 828k, and the action again to Val. Val folds. Yet again, most likely waiting on a hand strong enough to push. Arturo calls the big blind, and the Neen decides to raise again to 30k, leveraging his position at the table. Lau, not intimidated at all, comes right back over the top of Neen, raising it another 70k to 100k. The Neen calls, and the flop is all spades, 10, 8, and 5. Arturo pushes all in, with the pot already at 263k. And the Neen calls and shows his board high pair of 10s. But Archer has ace-king with lots of outs and a flush draw. Even though he's losing the hand at the moment, he is actually a slight favorite to win the pot, which is now at 821k. Boom! There you go. He hits his flush on the turn, and Archer is back on top with the chip lead. Here we are, 3 minutes later, and we pick up the action again. The Neen and Lau Arturo have been battling back and forth, and are now pretty even in chips, while Val is sitting back in the hopes one of these two will knock each other out. This time the action is to Lau Arturo. Blinds are still 510k with 1250 antes. Lau doubles it up to 20k, and Neen re-raises to 45k. Val folds in big blind position, and Archer quickly calls, setting up another duel between these two. The flop is 9-3 king, a rainbow flop with the action to Neen. He bets 80k, since the pot is already at 100k. Archer takes his time and decides to call. And see the next card. Next card, ace of clubs. The Neen continues his aggressiveness and bets 130k. Archer folds, and the Neen takes the 263k pot and is again the new chip leader. He shows his 5-10 suited spades, showing Arturo he was bluffing all the way. Lots of gamesmanship going on here. It's interesting to see how this one will be decided in the end. 2 hands later, Val finally makes his move and pushes all in pre-flop. Archer folds, but Neen calls, and we have a coin flip with the Neen slightly ahead with his pocket 3s versus ace-10 offsuit. The flop is 3-king 5. Making the Neen a strong favorite with a 72% chance of winning the hand. The turn is a 6, which only improves the Neen's chances as there is now a straight draw. The river is a 3, and that's the end for Val, who played a tight game in the end, letting the 2 big stacks battle it out, finally making a solid move, but just finishing on the wrong side of a coin flip. Val still walks away with $75 in players' card points at Mohegan Sun Hotel and Casino. Now it's heads up with the Neen big stack with 893k in chips, and Arturo one double up behind with 480k in chips. Action is to Arturo, who calls the Neen's big blind. And the Neen, like he's been doing all night, raises, this time to 4 times the big blind. Arturo calls, and we're going to see a flop. The flop is 6-6-9. Action again to the Neen, who makes a continuation bet of 60k. Archer, not intimidated at all, races to 120k. And Neen, not believing Archer at all, quickly pushes all in. Archer folds, and Neen takes down the 322k pot, giving him a commanding lead in chips. He shows his ace-king suited diamonds, which would have given him a strong chance of winning the hand inevitably. Fast forward now to 2 minutes later. The Neen has over $1 million in chips, and Archer is short stacked with 360k. Action is to Archer, and he calls the big blind. The Neen, as is his style, and since he's been chip leader, continues with his aggressive behavior and raises again. Archer, in a show of absolute defiance, raises over the top to 150k. Neen pushes all in, and Archer quickly calls. Archer, knowing that Neen is a very aggressive player, has been letting Neen dictate play, with waiting for the perfect opportunity, and now has a 60-40 chance of retaking the chip lead going into the flop with ace-10 versus king-jack. The flop comes 3-10-7, and Archer hits top pair on the board. The turn is an 8 of clubs, which now gives the Neen a flush draw possibility. The river is a queen of diamonds, giving the hand an 724k pot to Archer, our new chip leader. Over the next 3 minutes, play starts to settle down, and both players are waiting for the moment to finally finish each other off. Blinds are now 6k, 12k, with a $1,500 ante, putting pressure now on both players to defend their blinds. The action is to Archer, our chip leader, who calls. The Neen raises to 36k, and Archer, as he's been doing the whole time, he raises to 90k. The Neen once again pushes all in, and Archer calls. Wow, they both turn their cards over and they both have pockets, but Archer has pocket aces and has an 81% chance of winning the pot in the tournament. Archer's slow play strategy has worked to a charm. Now let's see if it gives him the main event and 2-night stay at Mohegan Sun. The flop is King 2-5. Still good for Archer. Turn is a 2. No danger yet. And the river is a jack. And that's the ball game, folks. Archer takes it home and walks away with a 2-night stay at Mohegan Sun, with our second place finisher, the Neen, getting a 1-night stay at Mohegan. Congrats to Archer, the Neen, and Val, our top 3 in this main event. See you all again next week. This is MoheganSunPoker.com signing off.